They say, for the love of money is the root of all evil. And after hearing these allegations and this complaint, which I'm about to read to you, you guys, I believe, would concur. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Gavin Richard Presents here on channel GBoot 2786. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you are blessed and doing safe. This comes out of the news website joy105.com. Joy105.com. It states here that the owner of Sweetie Pies, you got restaurant. You guys have probably heard of that from the OWN channel because the grandmother, who is Sweetie, is a former Ikette. That's actually her right there, Miss Robbie Montgomery. Well, we learned earlier today, this came out, that her son is named James Timothy Norman. He was charged in the United States District Court, Eastern District Court of Missouri. This was a federal charge for conspiracy to use interstate commerce facilities in commission of a crime. Basically, he's charged with murder, murder for hire. And he's accused of killing his own nephew, her grandson, Andrew Montgomery. Now, according to this complaint, Andre Montgomery, excuse me, I said Andrew. According to this complaint, Norman, Tarika Ellis, who was an exotic dancer, and others conspired to commit a murder for hire in exchange for money. According to the complaint, the federal authorities alleged that in 2014, Norman had obtained a $450,000 life insurance policy on his nephew, and Norman was the sole beneficiary of that policy. In the days leading up to Montgomery's murder, Ellis told Montgomery that she was coming to St. Louis on March 13, 2016. The day before Montgomery's murder, Norman flew to St. Louis, Missouri from his home in Los Angeles, California. On March 14, 2016, Ellis and Norman communicated using temporary phones activated that day. Ellis also used a temporary phone to communicate with Montgomery and learn his location. Immediately after learning Montgomery's location, Ellis placed a call to Norman. Around 8 p.m. that same day, Montgomery was shot and killed. Ellis's phone location information places her in the area of the murder at the time of the shooting. They would have to verify all of that, but that is not good. Let me just tell you guys, just from the offset of this, and I'm going to continue reading a little bit more. When the feds got you, unless you are a political figure or they are just grossly incompetent, not doing their job, they usually got you better than the state. They don't charge cases unless they're 100% sure. When you work in the state, prosecutors that work for the state, of course, they are a little bit more overzealous with things because a lot of these ADAs are trying to prove themselves, especially when they want to work themselves up the chain in the prosecutor's office from doing, low petty misdemeanors all the way up to their felony docket. So this is not a this certainly is not a surprise that the feds, are packing this and that they're bringing this up. Of course, this whole thing is sad because I think this guy, Norman, was actually on the TV crying and upset about his nephew, and to think that he allegedly murdered his own nephew was the cause of his death is beyond words. It's a travesty. And I can only imagine what the grandmother is feeling right now. I can only imagine what she's feeling because she's not only lost her grandson, but she's about to lose her son. And her son is the one who allegedly caused this. Complaint goes on further to say that Immediately following Montgomery's murder, Ellis placed a call to Norman and then began traveling to Memphis, Tennessee. In the days after the murder, Ellis deposited over $9,000 in cash into various bank accounts. On March 21st, 2016, Norman contacted a life insurance company in an attempt to collect on the life insurance policy he had obtained on his nephew. They say family will bring you down quicker than your enemies. This is hard. This is hard to even digest when you read this complaint further. But it says here, Tarika Ellis was also charged by complaint with conspiracy to use interstate commerce facilities in the commission of murder for hire resulting in death. The St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department Homicide Investigation and Federal Bureau of Investigation are investigating these charges. They actually were working together, if I'm not mistaken, from what I was reading. I had supposedly I had read somewhere where this was part of a sting operation. It seems that they had been using, I guess, to catch these two. Not that I know if they were trying to just catch these guys, but I think there may have been a sting overall. And excuse me, sorry about that. Yeah, and that show actually has been on. It's off the air now, but it was on for 5 years, from 2011 to 2016. So, Robbie Montgomery's son, James Timothy Norman, 41 years old, charged with conspiracy to murder, man. Murder of your nephew. That's fucking cold-blooded. That's fucking cold-blooded. Read further here on St. Louis Today. It says the criminal case is part of Operation Legend, which has brought 50 federal agents to St. Louis to combat violent crime. So this was a sting. The initiative was named for a 4-year-old boy who was shot and killed in June in Kansas City. So that's where that came from. Operation Legend. So we will see where this case goes further. Rest in peace to this young man, Andre Montgomery. You certainly did not deserve what happened to you. And if it's true that your uncle did this, fuck him. Fuck him. I feel sorry for your grandmother too. But you guys leave a comment. Let me know what you think. This is cold-blooded, man. What y'all think about this? What you think will happen? I don't know. He may be eligible. I don't know if he's eligible for the death penalty. That may be on the table, but he's certainly never going to get out of jail if he's convicted of this. So I'll wait and see what they have. But like I said, when the feds got you, they got you. This has been another episode of Gavin Richard Presents here on channel GBlue2786. If you'd like to make a donation, please donate to the Cash App. Hit the link. Also like and subscribe to this channel. Like the video and also share it when you get a chance. I am Gavin Richard. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll holla. Peace.